And welcome back, everybody. We're back in Medieval Engineers today, and I'm excited to be back. I haven't played an episode of this for a minute. Let me just get my chat up here. Okay. We got the purple mountains. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. They start out purple for some reason, and they load in. I was just getting a few logs down here off camera before switching over to the game here. Let's get the volume up a hair so you can hear that a little bit better. Okay, so on today's episode I finally got the bees figured out. I don't know about figured out, but I certainly made progress with the bees. What I did was I just attacked the beehive and it finally went away, so I do have beeswax and honey now. Apparently, did that give me a fresh beehive? Or did I have that from somewhere else? Well, anyway. Got a couple more slots for these logs, so let's just get a couple more, and then we'll head back up. I figured maybe today would be a good day to try and make some progress on getting our castle at least started. I mean, I know technically there's a tower on the hill, but what I was kind of thinking is conceptually, how are we going to get up there, you know? And so I'm going to try to definitely do a couple quests and whatnot, but I also, from a building standpoint, would like to really get something going with the castle so that I can start working on that off camera and stuff. This forest is getting pretty low here. Well, this part of the forest. It extends quite a ways, you know, so... But we're basically opening up a pretty big gap in the forest here, where all these trees are. Okay, we have a full inventory, that's fine. That's good. I worked a little bit on the outer rampart there. Let's see how the forest looks. I've left these little saplings. I don't know if they grow up later, but we've pretty much cleared this entire area going up to right about where I'm standing. The trees kind of came right up to about there, so we've cleared quite a few of them. We also cleared a higher elevation forest up there, which apparently has not grown back yet. I did leave the one tree there, so I'm still waiting to see how long that takes to grow back. I've got some crops in. I've got mushrooms. Did one thing of herbs. I did wheat and obviously flax. I put some dirt down in this little flat area, so hopefully that will allow me to farm it a little bit better. I did put some dirt fill in here to help get and to kind of distinguish from this mine here. And yeah, it's going pretty well. So let's put these logs away first and foremost. And that filled up completely, and I still have a bunch of them in my inventory. Let's go in here and start, let's put some of our barbarian tools and whatnot. I'll use these as fuel. as much as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and get those going. I did pick up a little bit of surface ore. Still have tons of clay. I'm gonna fill this up with clay, I guess. I'll have a little bit extra after. Nope, that's all the clay I have, but that's fine. I'll know it's there. Okay, I'm gonna put the large stones in here, and that's now full. Great. And then that's for timber. Okay. Well, I do love this little town. But we need to start thinking about how we're going to get up to the castle. And what I'm thinking is, if I flatten an area out here, next to this mine, basically, and then kind of curve the main road to go up to the left there, I think that'll be good. We may have to do a lot more digging off camera, but the basic idea, I'm going to dig in, just kind of get the shape, the general extreme parameters of it in, so that we know what we're doing and we can kind of base our things off that. So, you know, the basic idea is, and let me just get out of here. The basic idea is this will be the main, excuse me, there we go. Okay. This will be the main road in our village, and it'll, you know, there'll be other stuff in the village too, but then the road will curve this way and go up this hill. We'll have to dig a smoother ramp in the mountain. I want this grade to be fairly shallow. So, essentially, and I can't decide whether I want to integrate this into it or not, but maybe I should start from the top and go down. Oh, there's barbarians up there. That's why I'm not being attacked. They're all stuck on the mountainside. But anyway, if I come over here, you know, this needs to be a shallow ramp, probably landing right about there and slowly curving, you know, coming down here and connecting to this village road. It's kind of like Zelda, where the castle Hyrule is connected to the village road leading from Kakariko Village, in at least in Ocarina of Time. Okay, so let's kind of just eyeball this a little bit and just get something going here. There'll be a very, I'm going to just do kind of a ridge to kind of guide this pathway a little bit, and that way I'll know what I'm doing, basically, hopefully, at all times. I could do like a tunnel under part of the mountain. That'd be cool too. What if I did that here? Here, down here. So I did a little tunnel coming through. I don't know. But this is going to be the start of my little road up the mountain. It's not going to be this steep, mind you. It's going to be quite a bit less steep when it's all said and done. So this thing is actually going to be quite a bit low. It's going to have to be quite a bit lower. And that's assuming this is even a legitimate plane to start out on. I think there's going to be a lot of digging. But that's good because we're going to need the stone anyway. And it's going to be wider, obviously. It's going to be a lot deeper. But think about it. If I get this going as deep as I think it's going to have to be, like way down here, then I could easily go right under this little chunk of mountain. And that'd be kind of a fun thing to do, is make an artificial arch. In previous playthroughs of this, I've used the landscape arches that are built into the world, so it'd be nice to do an artificial one. So let me just kind of gauge this here. So if I just kind of start digging down here, basically. Got some dirt here too. And I'm going to kind of make this into a little arch shape. Simply by digging a trench right in front of it, making it into a giant mound, and then digging under it. pickaxe is definitely going to wear out doing this. Okay. So you can really see the idea here coming into life, coming into its existence. And I'm still using an iron pickaxe, so that's the problem too. Okay, so and we're gonna have to keep working on this gradient, obviously, but let me just come down here and kind of get an overview of what I'm doing. So yeah, there's gonna be a road, probably be right through here maybe, and this will be a giant arch that we're gonna go under, come up on the other side, come up here to a platform, and then the castle will be right there. So very well defended. And I'll do a lot of this off camera. I just want to get the idea kind of figured out. It'll also make it easier to travel up to the castle. Right now it's not particularly easy. You have to take, there's basically one path you can even viably take. So to have a better path that you don't have to like follow the ridge of the mountain to get up would be really nice. Just try to do this in a way that makes sense from a physics standpoint, and just get the top first maybe and then come down. Okay, and we did break our pickaxe. I actually think I have another one on me. And I need to make a steel pickaxe anyway, so I'm okay with that. Yeah, I do have the bronze pickaxe. Let's try that for a while. Seems to be working pretty good. Probably about the same as the iron. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. Let's take a look here. I need to get this little evened out. Okay, so coming down here, stand here. And I'll need to dig inwards into the mountain to get this arch to look good. But I think that's going to be great. I think that's going to work out just really good. And then, you know, once I get down here, it's going to be really tricky to integrate this into the town road. Quite tricky indeed. A little dirt and clay over here. Okay. But we're definitely reshaping the land here. That's for sure. And I don't know how much of this kind of thing actually went on. I assume some did, where people actually built giant things into the sides of mountains. I always wanted to do like a mountain sculpture too. Maybe like up there I could do like a face of something. Wouldn't that be cool if I did like a face up there? Like Mount Rushmore. The tools are not very precise though, so it would have to be very, very well planned and well executed to look like an actual face. This game is not about sculpting, that's for sure. They don't give you a chisel and let you do precision cuts. And the voxel connectivity is automatically calculated, so you can't really manipulate that very well unless you know precisely where the voxels are, which is really hard in this game because they're kind of because of their connectedness and their interesting hit point system. They are hard to figure out sometimes. Okay, so definitely gonna need to make this more shallow, but we're coming along nicely. This is gonna have to be even lower. And yeah, I'm just gonna do a lot of this off camera. But this is starting to feel kind of like a road. It's gonna be a little bit deeper, especially up there, and more shallow. I do like the grade right along here. It's fine. It's just to connect it down to here, it's gonna have to get a little bit more creative, I think. Maybe if I kind of circle it a little bit, make it kind of curve, that gives me more length to work with to take the grade down over time. Let's try that. Okay. I like this. I like this a lot. And, you know, although this isn't the final, I like the idea of leaving part of this rock ledge carved out. It looks really cool. I mean, probably should be careful about carving too much at this point, although I still think the whole thing is going to have to come down just a hair. But I want to leave more than I actually carve because it's a lot easier to carve out things than it is to put things back in. In order to put things back in, I'd have to perhaps get dirt. I might be able to do stone voxels. There might be a mod for that, but it'd be kind of tricky either way. This pickaxe is also on its last leg here. But let's just try to get down to a reasonable place here along the edge. We'll figure out the details later. There we go. It's coming along. Okay. And we'll have to get this one a little bit. Okay, and then we'll curve it right down along here. So I'll put some, I'll plow some path in here for now, but I'm gonna have to dig this for sure. And make it nice and smooth and even. Be nice to have a little bit of area where plants don't grow too. Okay. Like here, I'm gonna have to dig. Probably all right along here. In fact, I might have to dig a little ridge along the side of this thing. But this is a fun project, that's for sure. And the nice thing about digging versus building is things don't actually decay and vanish over time. Not that that's a huge issue in this world, but it's just something less to worry, you don't have to worry about. Alright. So, we'll keep digging this out. This part is kind of tricky. Let's get up there. I'm kind of thinking, what if I just dug a little bit of a thing here and made this a differential plane right next to the ramp up to the rock part. And create a ridge line. I think that'll look nice. And it gets rid of all these goddamn grasses and things. Alright, so I'm very pleased with this idea. We're going to have to work on it and refine it, but let me see how that creates a ridge on the side of the road there, and we'll just keep digging that, make that nice and shallow, and then this thing will connect up here. Again, we'll probably have to do some terraforming on the actual path to make it a little more shallow, especially right in here, because this is a disaster right here, this connection. In fact, I'm gonna have to, I could just put some more dirt and get that connected there, but that is a big project and I'll have to do that later. Okay, but I think I'm very pleased with the general shape and trajectory of this path, so I'm very optimistic that that's gonna work out really good. Just do a little bit more path plowing here. I'll leave some of these grasses in along the side though, it kind of looks cool. Okay, so from the front gate of the village all the way up this mountain, under this arch here, with possible sculpture up there. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to repair this pickaxe, so I'm not gonna be able to do much here, but let's say we go under this arch and emerge from the other side somewhere. There's those barbarians, by the way. Music will probably change here. I'm gonna have to dig a huge pit here to get that to make the arch thing work. And then this will have to circle around and connect to the path going up the mountain here. But this particular digging is going to be pretty intense right where I'm at, because I want that thing to be a giant arch, and so we're gonna have to dig under it, swing up to there, have a big flat platform, cut off part of this top of the mountain there and there. So that's pretty much the game plan. I'm just digging a little bit of a ridge here so I can kind of remember what I'm doing here. And then what I'll do is we'll go back down to the village and start doing some more quests. Okay, that pickaxe is almost shot anyway. Okay, so I like that. I think that'll be good. I'll leave those barbarians alone for now. But that's really cool. Okay. So let's go to our blacksmith and get these tools under repair or whatever. Grab ourselves a steel pickaxe. And then we'll do some quests. Maybe throw some more clay in there, since I was harvesting a bunch of it. Okay, so we'll do this one, and the broken iron one, which is here. But we got a ton of these stones as well. And then I will take some steel. Where did I put the charcoal? I'll stick this in here too to make more steel if I want. I'll do 2 steel there. Alright, and then I'll take this over here. And let's do the steel pickaxe. We need some timber. And then what's the other one? No, that's all. Okay, so we're back in business with pickaxe. We've got tons of time on this claim block. It's just not even a factor in single player, so I mean, that's kind of nice how that works out. Here's our trader. Can I sell you the large stones? I'm sure I can. Yep. Maybe I'll just do a few of those, because I have way too many. I'm going to have a lot more where that came from. This would be sacrilegious if I were playing in a 6.1 non-modded world to sell all those large stones, but wanted to clear my inventory, and plus I'm gonna have so many as I continue to terraform the mountain. Okay, let's do some quests now. So the beekeeping one, let me eat real quick. Okay, beekeeping, craft 1 bee smoker. Can I do that in my... I doubt it. Let me just go here. Yeah, it's not a recipe on that menu at all. Let's go to the smithy and see if it's that. That just makes a little bit of sense, right? Yeah, like cooking pots and stuff. Metal shield, that would be cool to craft. Need a plank for that. And metal parts. Okay. Kind of getting distracted here, sorry about that, but looks cool, so I figured why not. It's decorative, so I can't use it, but okay. And then bee smoker. Oh, that's neat. Yeah, I'm not seeing the bee smoker item. Well, looks like it's not in the smithy, so it's probably in the crafting table. Let me just get a brazier going as well. Let me not make it out of steel. And let's stick this outside, so we have a little bit of light in the evening. Okay. So, and the decorative shield, let's put that... Can I just put it like right up here? That's really cool, actually. I like that. Okay. So, crafting table, let's try that. Oh, there's gravestones. I could start doing a gravestone every time I die. They're kind of expensive, though. I think I've died about 3 or 4 times, so maybe I'll just kind of remember and I'll make a bunch of them at some point and do a cemetery. But, beehive... And that's not... Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say that's not modded, but it definitely is modded. I definitely want to do one of these at some point. Why can't I do it now? I need a pine tree log, okay. I don't even know what this thing looks like. They absolutely need a search mechanism for this. Got the drums mod, Jesus Christ. I mean, I'm kind of looking for things that look like a bee smoker. I don't even know what to look for, though. How about something like that? No, that's a fireplace. Bee smoker, there it is. Okay, so it's a beehive and a stick. So I think it said I had another beehive in here, right? Because I've got the full beehive, or the ripe beehive, and I've got this beehive. It needs to be the ripe beehive, okay. So craft that up. And I guess I get 2 of them. Okay. And it says equip the bee smoker. So that creates smoke, I guess, for working with bees. Good to know. Should I try putting another hive down? Boy, that thing is going quick, isn't it? Let's put another hive down. This time I'll go over here with it so it's not right in the door. Needs to be like in a meadow though. Maybe I'll go over here. This looks like a good meadow. There. Okay, now push F so that it put bees in there. I think that's how that works. Okay. In the meantime, let's move on. So I'll push J and let's open these up here. And let's do the grist mills one. This is kind of a involved quest, but we'll do round timber. I'm gonna need a lot of linseed oil as well, so I'm gonna have to make some more. Let's do the linseed oil part first. So I'm gonna need 6 linseed oil, which means I need 6 of these guys. So I'll get those going. And then we'll do the round timber here. Where'd my logs go? Oh, I must have put them all away after all. Yeah, I didn't even have enough to fill this. Okay. So let me just grab about 5 of these. Okay. And then we'll go and do the round timber. I did 3 of those. In the meantime, can I do that pot for saplings thing? I guess it has to be a pine log. Okay, so there's our round timber, and then let's get the these guys. Okay, 6 of those. And then we'll go up here. Do I have enough flax? I don't have any flax. I'll put these in here for now, and then... Oh, yeah, we have flax coming in. Okay. So let's go ahead and just harvest this. We'll plant some as well. That's wheat. I'll plant it off camera, actually. I'll just repeat what I've got here. Well, that's nice. That's a good amount of flax. I don't think I'm gonna run out anytime soon. That, like, matured right when I needed it, didn't it? I think that was... Because that stuff is still maturing up there. So that implies all this is just maturing within seconds of that. Or minutes at the very most. So that's a really convenient timing on this. Oh, we've got a barb. There he is. Why is number 1 not my sword? Ooh, he did a nice animation there. Okay. And I could harvest the rest of this, but I'll do that off camera. Okay, and then we'll put, oh, I need to make seeds first, so I'll just make a bunch of these into seeds. I mean, basically all of them. Well, that's good enough. Yeah, that'll be good enough. And then I'll keep the rest for, like, rope making. Okay, and then we'll put seeds in here, and then we'll make 6 of these. And that'll be a perfect amount there. This is our little mine shaft, and I want to maybe put some platforms or something, maybe even some dirt, and continue to cover that. You can place dirt in the world by right-clicking an area, such as this. It's hard to get it to work well. It's a little bit of a clunky mechanic. We might want to put a fence or something around the edge of this pit. Kind of building the edge up here a little bit. And you can like build this inward too, like kind of cover more. I already did a little bit of work to do that, just that actually. I might fall here. Almost fell. Oop. Okay, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay, well, let's go ahead and eat that for sure. And we can't fall again, otherwise we'll die, so maybe be careful working over here. You can see it like microscopically expanding each time I do this, which is good. There we go. There we go. And then I'll just keep filling this in. This is clay here, and it's kind of a pity I'm not digging it, but I'll have plenty of clay now. I think I'm past my clay shortage woes. Okay, 6 of those, grab those. Okay, I have 6 basic rope, I need 4 cloth. So go to the spinning wheel. Let me just throw this flax on the spinning wheel real quick. Okay. And then cloth is 4 each, so I can do 2 cloth for sure. I might need more flax to do this. Yep, I'm gonna need a little bit more flax. Hopefully I have some. Maybe I have some, I don't really know. I do. I don't know if it's enough, but we'll see. I think it might be. I think it's just exactly enough. Okay, and yep, it's exactly enough. So that worked out really well. Couldn't have planned that better if I tried. Now we need 4 windmill blades. So windmill blades, I think, are probably in here, right? Oh, let me find it over here first. Okay, windmill blade, it's a vanilla object. Kind of looks like the drafting table, except for the other orientation. There it is. Okay. So cloth, timber, sticks. And get some regular timber. Oh, I have a torch too. Remember that. So I'll do 4 of those. Let me stick this somewhere where it's useful. How about right here? Automate that. Can I automate this brazier? Nope. That's weird that it won't let me automate that one. Oh, that was too much. I might need landscape stakes to make this road a little bit more precise. We may have to change the trajectory of this path a little bit, because it's kind of hard to connect this with that unless I just completely flood the area with more dirt. It's gonna be quite the project either way. Kind of like this, you know? Okay, so that is pretty much how it would have to be to make that work, and I think that actually could work. Even maybe a little bit more down here, kind of, you know. These voxels get kind of ugly if you just kind of do it one at a time like this, so you kind of have to look out for that. Yeah, that's really ugly. Alright, well that's coming along. Let's get our windmill blades. I'm gonna need to work on food here soon. Okay, and one stone mill. So that is here. So it's gonna be just the mill, right? Mill stone. I'm assuming that's what they want. Alright, so let that finish. Millstone. Is that different from stone mill? Let me just check and see if there's any other... I cannot remember for the life of me if that's different from millstone. Stone mill. Let me see, I guess the game will tell me. And that's what they want. So now, okay, so I got all those ingredients. Now it wants a mechanical grist mill. And this one, I believe, takes linseed oil. Let me find it first. There's a flour mill. Interesting. There's a cedar. Or is it a G object? It might be a G object. Let's assume that it is real quick. Okay, so the question is, where are we going to put this mill? Yeah, it's definitely a G object. So let me get some advantage here. So, you know, the town mill is where the flour is produced. And it probably wants to be higher on the hill. So maybe up here. So let's, interesting, I need to figure that out. But I'm gonna do some supports around where this is gonna be. Because I want to build it kind of as we go, hopefully. These bushes are annoying. Okay, what if we put it like right up here, right about here? I think that'd be good. So let's dig a little trench for it. Basically, I'm just building a little right angle into the ground here. Excuse me. Right about like that. And then I'll flatten this out as best I can. Might have overdone it slightly on that. Nah, it's pretty good. Okay. So now let's put some supports in. And that's going to work out perfect. And let me just dig to make these supports work out. So that snapped into the previous grid I was building on. So that's, we're going to go with that. Okay, and that's wonderful. I'm gonna need to get this a little bit smoothed out as well. Okay, and let's get some more supports in. And maybe I'll start with 2x3. It's probably going to be 3x3. Maybe we'll do 3x3. Nice square mill, you know, with straight walls going up. So let's dig to make room for some of these. And then it probably should connect to the path, I guess right about here. So that should be fine otherwise. Okay, so it's connected to the path now. Probably need to dig just a twidge right here. Okay, perfect. Maybe even put a staircase in there at some point. Okay, so that's in. And we'll get the rest of these built real quick. We have plenty of resources. We probably want to go ahead and get a crafting table up here, to be honest, at some point, because we're going to need timber. Since I've wasted it all on these supports. Get rid of that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so there is the foundation for our mill. Let me go grab some logs, because we're going to need those. Let me grab one of these pine logs, because I want to build that pot for saplings thing. Filled our inventory with these logs. Okay, that should be good. Our inventory is getting quite full. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to put a pine log in here. And that should open up this. Yes, this is what I want. Because I want to grow an apple tree. This is a fun mod. So what you do is you place your number 7 in the world somewhere where you want to grow saplings. Let's put it right here for now. And then you need 50 clay per sapling. So, and that takes a long time to build. So we'll get that started. Eventually we'll walk back and there'll be a sapling there, and we'll plant it, and we have an apple tree. We can start harvesting apples. Oh, this is a mess here. Okay. I don't even know what to do here. I'll have to keep working on this, but this is a big mess. I might just need to wait for those landscape spikes. I'm not even sure. I might be able to build those now, but I'm not going to do it on camera because it's kind of boring. But we may need to use landscape spikes to get this to be nice and smooth. It's hard to eyeball this with a shovel, you know? We'll keep working on it. Okay. Now that we have some logs, I'll go ahead and do a crafting table and get some timber going on that. And in the meantime, let's grab the floor. I like how we're on the edge of our property line here. That's interesting. We're gonna have to claim another block there at some point. Okay, so we'll get those built in, and we'll also, let's do a stairs just to make this a nice smooth transition from the path. Right here. I'll build the stairs, and I'm not going to build the floors in just, well, actually I could probably build the floors in. Because they just take planks, right? Yeah. Build some of them in anyway. They're one shot on this steel hammer, which is great. Okay, and then let's place the research table. Or the crafting table. I don't know why I keep calling it a research table. And then let's get some timber going here. And we'll do some planks as well. And we'll finish those once the planks are done. Now, the grist mill is the block that does all the work, basically. And so we want it to be roughly at the bottom of our mill. And I don't know, oh, it's because there's a floor there. Okay, so let's put it here, right? Timber, okay, so let's get some timber. Okay, and then let's build this in. Okay. So, I would put wheat, for example, and then I need a grinder here, a grindstone, but eventually it would produce flour. Now, we definitely want this connected to the ultimate windmill that we're going to be making, but we may want to divert power from the windmill to other things as well, like a sawmill or a ore crusher. So what we probably want to do, and it says build framed vertical mechanical shaft. So let me do frame. We have these options. We have horizontal shaft, horizontal mechanical joints down, mechanical joints up, and then we got the vertical mechanical shaft. Okay, so let me try this joint here, and let me try, this is the one they want us to build. So, but 8 is this like joint thing, right? We may need to start building supports for a framework as well. This is fairly complicated stuff, and I'm going to put a support right there just to have a scaffolding. And we're going to need a lot more scaffolding than that eventually here. In fact, I might just start building it right now because I know I'm gonna need it. Okay, so let me try this first. So what you really want, and I probably need to do something first. So this is a horizontal joint. Let's do vertical joint. Okay, that's not what we're going for. Is there a split? No. Let me try this one. So well, I don't know if I can build what I want to build yet. But that's what it wants me to build here. So let's go ahead and just stick this in here. And build this in. And it wants me to do 3 of these, so let's just do that, even though I want to make this more complicated later. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is build some stairs. I need those. Alright. I'm not going to build them in as much as I could possibly avoid doing so. This one I will build in because I need to support the next level. And let's get a support. And we'll do another stairs here. Stairs are hard to get to stick because they take up 2 horizontally, so you can't be standing in that space. Okay, let's put the next number 9 in here. This is the variant. This is the framed variant of the vertical mechanical shaft. So those are the 2 that it wants me to build. Oh! Okay, that hurt. We're running out of food. Not just low, but out of food. Can't do any salads, can I? I can. Just build as many of those as I can real quick. Alright, let's see if I can get this one. Oh, that's the support. That's not what I wanted. This one is the one I want. Cannot quite reach it. Okay. Oh, and let's do these. How am I doing on planks? Good. Okay. We'll build this outside structure later. All right, let's do this. Okay, so there's a little scaffold to get up to this level. And then scaffold up to this level. Okay. Now it wants a framed vertical mechanical joint down on top of that. And this is where the windmill will actually fit. So this one. And basically what we want is that we want it to face that way, where the windmill blade's going to be. But we have to get up there first. So let's do one last staircase. Right there. Okay. And then we can put this in like that, and we'll do the variation. Okay. And we need 2 more round timber and 10 regular timber. So let's go to our table. Let's get rid of these. We don't need the... I'm going to leave that, actually. We might need that. Okay, and... do we have any more logs? Yes. So let that go. I'll have some salad. And now we're full. And we're healing, hopefully. But that's basically the guts of this windmill here. Okay. We're probably going to need more linseed oil if we want to make this more complicated anyway, so... yeah, because I only have 1 left. Okay, now it wants me to place a mechanical windmill. Which is the G block. Right there. These are notoriously tricky to place. I think that's correct. I think I'm standing on it. There we go. Okay. And we need more cloth, it looks like. We do have the windmill blade, so I can at least start it. But we need 4 cloth, a little bit more timber, more rope. So I'm going to need to do another harvest of flax, honestly. So I'll do that off camera, but that's the basics of it. Maybe I'll just harvest all this stuff up. Let me go back and get my timber out of here as well. I'm running a little low on inventory space, but no problem. Maybe I should just do 1 whole thing of flax. Probably should have planted the flax earlier when I knew I was running almost out of it. And it would take forever to go harvest that much flax to make enough cloth that it wants. Then I'm just going to grow it and not worry about going out into the fields and harvesting it that way. I've got a lot of wheat here, though. I might use the old-fashioned quern instead of the windmill to start processing this wheat, because I could use the food, probably. Get these mushrooms while we're at it. Alright. And we can get this as well. Still got to decide what I want to do with this Bailey. I'm probably bring it up one and over or something. Or maybe I'll just go over more. I'll have to think about that. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and... I don't think I've done too much agriculture on camera. So we'll do... plow these fields. This is not a path for once. This is actually a farm. Still got some clay in this field, so it's kind of questionable quality, but should be good enough. Let's start planting. So I do have quite a few flax seeds, which is good. It's hard to find places for all these because there's so much clay around, but we'll do the best we can. I'm gonna have to redo this area anyway at some point probably, and it may not even be the best field. The best field might be a diagonal field. I would like to do terraced fields because that would look really cool and very advanced, you know, but a field along the hillside would be just fine. Oh, let me plant there, cool. Definitely need to plow a little bit more here. That's 2 bags of seeds worth, I think. So let's get the plow back out. Now you got to be careful plowing near where you've already planted. It's, in addition to being inefficient, it's also a good way to take out planted crops. So you want to keep that distance. See, I just took that one out there, which is... yeah, I took that one out too. So that's bad use of seeds if you're going to just take them out with plowing again. So I'll just plow up this entire area. Okay, getting there. It also clearly turning night, so you know, maybe by the next day I'll be ready for the next episode to start. I'll probably try to do a little bit more here at night, and then I'll end the episode. But I do want to get through some of these quests, so I can do more off-camera stuff. Although I really don't need much more in the way of knowledge to do off-camera stuff. Go right along here. Okay. So we've basically got this field plowed. I always love it when I see that autosave pop in. That means if we crash, we don't lose everything. Okay, so let's finish planting these. I'm sure this is the most exciting aspect of this game you can ever watch, right? Yeah, but it is damn important. You know, I actually purchased some flax seeds on Amazon, and I'm growing them in a little container. My cats keep eating them, though. I'm not sure if that's healthy, but anyway, it's the plant that was used historically to make linen. I just thought, what a interesting idea to have a plant that we make clothes out of. And so I wanted to see what that was like. It's very green, so it's not like linen. It doesn't look like a linen. And by the way, flax was grown in Central Europe, but it was grown a lot earlier in the Middle East and places like that, in Egypt, and so it's like this worldwide crop that was extremely important to early people and medieval people. I would say that cotton and wool are the other big textile plants, obviously. Or, well, cotton is the plant. Wool is an animal product. But those are the two other sources of fabric, you know, early on. Although cotton was that an eastern plant? I'm gonna check that. I don't even know. Cotton is a soft, fluffy fiber shrub native to tropical and subtropical regions around the world, including the Americas, Africa, Egypt, and India. So it was around everywhere, I guess. Although earliest evidence of cotton use was the Indian subcontinent, in the Indus Valley. So it probably originates there, but it's all around the world, including in the New World, so that's cool. But flax was more common early on, and certainly in Europe, than cotton. So I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the production time to produce things out of it, because you'd have to process cotton. Well, you have to process flax, linen too. So I don't know. Not an expert in textiles, so I just don't know. All I know is there's something kind of cool about linen. Maybe it's because it's less common these days, and so it's kind of a unique thing for modern people. Well, it's not unique at all. I mean, people have linen shirts, like, don't get me wrong. It's just a little bit less ubiquitous in the average daily life. It's like you have like 16 cotton shirts for every one linen shirt you might have. And it's just neat to think that these are all made out of little plants like this. Little green fibrous plants. These are green plants. Cotton is a white plant that makes a little bit more sense kind of intuitively. The linen from the green plant here kind of doesn't make as much sense intuitively. Not sure what I'm going to do with that beeswax and stuff. Okay, that's all the seeds I have. So I'm going to let that be. I'm just going to stick to the flax. Maybe I'll plant other stuff later, but the flax is the most time-sensitive one. And grab these. Sometimes the game highlights little objects like this, even when you're not targeting them. Not sure why it does that. Alright. Let me just push this off the thing. Okay, so next one is the mechanical sawmill, which had a lot of the same requirements. And I'm going to go ahead and ignore that one for now. Let's do defender recruitment. So 15 planks. Timber wants me to get a small chest and a simple table. Okay. So I just need timber for that. And a simple table. Planks. Okay. Build a training station for defenders. So I'm guessing it wants that. Is that going to light anything up for me? Not quite. Not that I see. Alright, so I'll put this in here because I wanted those two objects as well. Looking for a training station for defenders. There's a tavern keeper. Dockmaster would be cool. These are like NPC blocks. They're basically scripted blocks that you can interact with, but which are not necessarily oh, that's neat. Not necessarily things that have a lot of function, that, you know, they're not independent players. They're not even bots in the sense of a programmed thing. Is it a G object maybe? Oh, there's this thing. I definitely want this. Oh, no, I already got that. Okay. Training station for defenders. I just don't see anything that looks like that. So let's go ahead and see if it's a G object. I hope it is, because then I can actually search for it. Okay, here it is. And the question is, where do I put this? Now, I think I'm going to have it up in the castle eventually, but for now, maybe I'll... Hey, I could put it over here in this little unused building. Yeah, let's put it right there. Well, can I just put it right like this? I think I have to get rid of these floors if I'm going to do that. So let's get rid of this floor. Alright, let's try it there. There we go. Cool. Actually, that's going to work out well for now. Okay, it says craft 1 recruit. And it wants gold and 4 food items, it looks like. So just any food, really. And I think it has to be like a manufactured food. Okay, so what we're gonna do... Can I make more salad? Ooh, a rock hammer, that looks interesting. Yeah, let's make more salad. Let's just max out the salad here. And then, because I don't really care about the crops in my inventory. And then, what am I gonna do? Gold. So let's go to our trader here. And we have like 80 bucks, 80 silver. And I think I might have money here. No, I don't. Could have sworn I had money somewhere. Wonder if that disappeared or something. Not sure what happened to it, but what I want is this. So I need these. And yeah, let's just make 4 of those. I like how it wants the gold flakes. Oops, did I take those? No, we'll take those. Okay, so now I can do 4 recruits if I really want to. But let's put our salads in here, and then we'll do gold, and there we go. So I guess I can only have enough salad for 1 recruit, but and that's going to take a while, it looks like. That's fine. We'll put him up on the wall over here, probably. That's really cool, though. Can I put walls around this? What I'd like to do is put this wall right where this thing is, really. I guess I can't. I could put it on the outside like that. That'll work. Look a little funny, but that'll work. Okay. And then if I do this, I can put another one out here. And that will not look as awkward. Just a little extension overhang thing there. And maybe eventually I'll put some other walls around. Maybe can I just do one on the side here? I don't think it's gonna let me do one. I think I'm gonna have to do the outstretched wall again as well, like so. And maybe I'll do one with the window on this side. This is just a workaround. This is not how you would normally want to do walls. But it works. And then we'll do the doorway. And then what we'll want to do is one there, and then one on the other side of that. Although that doesn't look terrible. That's fine. Okay, he's getting there. So we'll grab him and our flax next time. Finish that up. Should we do the siege mechanics? Nah, well, let's save that for next time as well. How's this doing? That's about half done. Okay, well, I'm very pleased with the progress, and once we get that built, that'll be good. Yeah, we're really making our way up here, so that's good. Very pleased with the progress. I'm gonna go... Oh, shit! I almost died. Whoops. Hashtag suicide. Okay. Let's end it for today, and then we'll resume here. This is starting to feel like a really good community. We've actually got one NPC there, and we're gonna start having NPCs generated from this, you know, military, and then we're gonna have a tavern, and we're gonna have others, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna feel like a real town. Okay, well, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna end it here. We'll see you next time on Medieval Engineers.